Hello YouTube, it's Michelle again. Um, I really don't want to make this video like 20 minutes long. Like I really am sorry about that last video that it was like 20 minutes. That's really ridiculous. You know, anytime I'm watching uh, other people's videos, I mean, okay, here's the thing. If I'm subscribed to them and they make a 20-minute video, generally I'll like watch it. Um, but most people aren't going to want to watch 20 minutes of me just babbling. Um, Here's the thing, it'll probably end up being 20 minutes again. So thank you for everyone who sat through that or who probably skipped through parts of the last one. I would totally understand if none of you watched the whole thing. I mean, it was long. Um, anyway, right now I'm not wearing any makeup. I'm just in bed. I sleep in braids, which is why that's going on. For you girls, you trans girls who are growing your hair out, I should make a whole video on like hair care, skincare, makeup, and that kind of thing. I should first learn to edit down my videos and then be more interesting and then do that kind of thing. I'm all over the place tonight, by the way. Um, but if you are growing out your hair, uh, to when you're sleeping, if you it's like longer, probably like past your shoulders. If you can braid it, if you can put in pigtails, then it's long enough to be sleeping in braids because when you sleep, you roll around, um, you like pull on your hair like by just sleeping on it, and that creates damage. Like if you ever wake up in the morning, you have bedhead, you can damage your hair like that. And I am ridiculous about my hair, dude. Like I said, I should make a separate video, but I suggest that if you can braid your hair like loose braid, like not tight, just like loose braid, and just sleep like that. And then in the morning when you take them out, you have a little bit of a wave in your hair and there's not ridiculous kinks everywhere. And it just makes everything better. So, also before I get into everything else, because I really wanted to make like one more video. I don't know if I'll make any more this week, but I definitely want to make one more before I head off to surgery in like less than a week now. Counting down the final days. Oh my god, I can't believe it. I first wanted to mention, and one of the T girls on here who I watch, who actually went to Cal Arts. If you guys follow me, you'll know that I really wanted to go to Cal Arts, and it might still be an option for like grad school era. But anyway, she goes to the school I really wanted to go to for animation. Let me just quickly find her, and I'm gonna try to multitask and talk while trying to find her. But she was talking about this trans woman on YouTube. She's an older trans woman, not old, but she's like, you know, an adult. And she suggested, you know, we watch her, and she's awesome. No, this woman. Let me first find. Oh my gosh, I don't want to spend forever doing this. Okay. Her username, her channel is okay. Trans like TRANS capital DIY and then lowercase ER. Trans Dyer. Anyway, she's fabulous, she's pretty, she's awesome. She also makes super long videos that I love to watch and hear her rant. I'm sure she and I are like sisters separated apart. She's so cool. Also, if she watches this, well, hey. So, she suggested, she kind of discovered this trans woman whose username is Smooth Cinnamon X, and I freaking love her. Oh my gosh, I hope Smooth Cinnamon watches this because I freaking love her. She goes on about I mean, she reminds me so much of me. Like, I feel like all of us are trans sisters, and she's just my long lost tranny aunt, and it's so great. She's just so fabulous. So check her out. Check both of them out. I've already spent 4 minutes not even talking about me. Ain't that something? Alright, so I don't really even know. There's just a few things I wanted to update you guys with. I already made the 20-minute hormone video. I told you about my FFS, which I'm so nervous but so excited about. I'm gonna be on Vicodin most of the time, so I'm not even really worried. I'm more worried about being bored during recovery and the drive up to Chicago. It'll be like 6 hours, and I'm just like worried I'm just gonna be so bored. Let me tell you though, lately, okay, one of my biggest fears is I'm gonna be starting school up this fall, and like I'm generally excited about that. Not so excited about staying here in town, but I'm gonna move in an apartment with a friend, and it'll be great for me. It really will, and I'll be close to home. So I mean, I'll be at home. I'll be in Columbia, Missouri. So I mean, that's great, but I'm nervous about dating, and I know I'm always talking about dating, but I mean, seriously, it's a huge thing on my mind all the time, and I'm hoping school will kind of help me to get out of that mindset because you really only find like good relationships when you aren't looking for them. I totally believe that. I see that with all of my friends. My parents have told me that, other people have told me that, and I believe it. But I am just like addicted. I mean, like I'm on a bunch of dating sites. I'm constantly talking to guys, and it's like I bet as soon as I can like let go of that, then something good will come out of it. Now there are like I'm thinking of one guy in particular. Um, from the internet who I've been talking to for a long time, and I'm not going to tell you who it is because I want him to. I wonder if he'll know it's him. Anyway, there's a couple guys I'm fine talking to still, just because I mean they're like friends now, um, and that's fine. But in general, I mean like I feel like I'm honestly addicted. Like every day I have to check my dating sites like all the freaking time, and just like if a new guy starts talking to me, I'm like, oh my gosh, maybe he's my new soulmate. I mean, it's stupid. It really is stupid. But I'm nervous about dating in the real world because now I'm like 21. I'm going out to bars. Guys are hitting on me. I fucking love the attention. I mean, let's be honest. It's me, so I love the attention, but I haven't let it like turn into anything other than just like flirting, and I don't know when's the appropriate time to kind of tell them. And all trans girls are going to tell you different things. Some girls think it's none of their business, they don't need to know, but personally, they need to know. Like, I don't want to just, like, surprise them. I don't want to be in bed with them and be like, surprise! I'm biologically male, anatomically, all that kind of business. No, I don't need to get beat up in bed, naked. um, so when do I tell them? And like I'm not looking forward to having that conversation. I don't want to I guess I mean everyone fears rejection, but I mean seriously, like I'm in a college town. It's like I mean bars probably aren't the best place to be like, "Oh, sure you can have my number. By the way, I'm a transsexual. I hope that's okay." Probably not the best thing, but I'm just nervous about that. Um Other thing too is I'm super duper, into my friend from who I've been friends with since high school, who I've mentioned in a few videos, and it's just like I really don't know what to do with him. Like we just like subtly flirt at each other all the time, and I thought I was crazy. I thought I was like, oh my god, I'm reading into this too much. We're not flirting, but we made out. Like that's gotta mean something. I mean, like, he wouldn't just randomly make out with me just because he happened to be drunk and I happened to look especially cute that night or something. I mean, it's just like. So, I'm holding out for that, but I shouldn't. I should just be me. Like, really, I need to just be super content with me. And then others will come to me, and then I'll attract the right people, and all that business, but it's a stressful issue for me. Um, and sort of on a related thing, I was thinking about this too that I wanted to mention. I'm telling you, I'm on a huge rant. Um, I know I'm young. I know I don't know much about the world. I know that my perspective is definitely a little different. We as trans women have a different perspective on gender, on relationships, on men, on women, of a lot of things. Um, but that's not to say like I'm experienced and worldly and full of knowledge and stuff. But I will say, um, I'm finding out more and more at my young tender age of 21. Love really does come in a lot of different forms. And I mean, people, everyone knows that, but it's just like, no, like, your love for one person will never be the same as your love for another person. I know this probably sounds like a duh to everybody, but love is just complicated. I know this sounds, I mean, I know this isn't, an over discussed topic for everyone, but, I mentioned in another video that I'm involved in a sort of situation that isn't ideal, that is frowned upon. I mean, I frown on myself, and I'm really not going to get into details about it because I really don't, I really like my subscribers. I like you guys. I mean, I'm not looking to get famous. I just like knowing that people are watching and listening, and I don't want people to stop listening to me just because I'm an idiot some of the time, And it's just, I don't know. I'm all over the place, like I said, but just the situation I'm in, I just feel like it's kind of collecting bad karma for me. Like, okay. So I feel like the universe is telling me that I need to get my shit together and not involve myself in things that I know are wrong. Before I get into that though, I mean it's just so tough. Like you don't realize half the time when you really do care about someone until after the fact. Like you'll be talking to them for like a year and then suddenly you're like, whoa, I'm like in love with this person. And I know it's stupid, and really I do think I'm too young still to completely understand love, although who really completely understands love? It's such a vague concept, but y'all know what I'm talking about. So I feel like the universe is telling me that I'm an idiot and I need to get my shit together or else I'm gonna get like struck by lightning or something. So this friend of mine, he was actually the first guy I ever was like, he was my first kiss. I'll put it like that. Which is true, among other things. But, he and I have kind of been friends since then, which was nice. I mean, like, I liked him as a friend, but a week ago or something like that, I was out with my friends, and at the end of the night, I get a text from him, and he's obviously drunk, and he's like, hey, what are you doing? It's like 3 in the morning. And I'm like, well, I'm done hanging out with them, I guess I can, like, hang out with you. And he's like, okay, cool, but you can't come over here, because my girlfriend's here. And I was like, you have a girlfriend? So I was like, well, okay, I mean, we're still friends. I guess I could just hang out with them. So, and I mean, I'll be honest. I mean, a part of me was like, I mean, like, and he put me under the impression that they were almost broken up, like it wasn't working out. Not that that means anything. Do not be a part of an affair. Don't be a part of an affair. Do not be involved with people who are involved with other people. It's just messy and stupid. But I just wanted to hang out, like, honestly. I was like, yeah, I'll hang out with him. So I go get him, and he immediately is just, like, all over me. I'm just like, oh, okay. You're drunk, you need to just sit and let's just chat. And I mean, like, and the whole car ride, he's just like, I mean, he is trying to get, like, all up in my business. And it was just pissing me off. And, I mean, it was just, like, oozing off of me, just how pissed I was that he was just, like, really, like, hands under my dress, all over my legs. He was, like, kissing on my shoulder. He, like, put his face in my crotch. I was like, dude, I'm trying to drive and not be pissed. And I'm really trying to not kill both of us, even though I'd really like to kill you right now. But, so, and then, okay. And this was bad too. So, we're in the car, and after, like, 20 minutes of just silence, it probably wasn't 20 minutes. It was, like, 15, I don't know. So, through the car ride, he's doing all this shit. And I'm just like, stop it, stop. You know, at stoplights, he'd try to, like, he'd be like, let's make it. I'm like, just fuck you, dude. And he wanted to, like, so then he realized at some point that I was just, like, not feeling it. And he was like, well, what's on your mind? And he's still macking on me. And I'm just like, well, so I start telling him about how, I'm going through this transition and I'm having a really hard time, with certain things in my life. And I was, like, I made a video a couple weeks ago where I was, like, crying in it. And I was pretty much telling him about those problems I was having. And, like I said, this video will probably be 20 minutes. Um, where was I? Sorry, I was checking my phone. um, but then, okay, so when I'm telling him about all this, he's not even fucking paying attention. He's just like, still on my leg, has his face. I mean, he was like, honestly, like, trying to get like under my underwear and stuff, but if you if you trans and you tucked correctly, there's no way no man gonna figure out how to get his business up in there. Nope. Sorry. You good luck trying, especially if you drunk as hell, but only I know the way to unlock that secret maze going on down there, you know what I mean? And so that was I mean that I was just like, okay, dude, like you have a girlfriend and he's just like, well, yeah. I'm like, I mean, is the relationship really rocky? Is it falling apart? I mean, you obviously don't seem to give a shit about it right now. He's like, oh no, it's going awesome. I'm in love with her. Oh, I have her name tattooed to my wrist. And I'm just like, I'm taking you home. Nope, I don't even. I really shouldn't have even hung out with you to begin with. But now I know, so I'm taking you home. So I felt pretty good about myself at that point. I was like, oh, I'm taking him home, and I'm not kissing him back, and he's just being a douche, and his girlfriend can just deal with his douchiness, and I'll just forget about this shit and go home and go to bed. So I drive him to his apartment complex, and a car drives by, and he's like, I think that was my girlfriend. And I was like, oh, well, that sucks for you. So I drop him off, and he seems a little anxious. Who would have thunk it? And so I turn around, I'm driving out, I'm like, hody-do, just done with that bullshit, gonna go home. So I'm driving, right, like down the street. Car pulls out in front of me. Stops. I'm like, oh shit. Yes, it's the girlfriend. And I thought some Kill Bill shit was about to go down. I was like, holy fuck. This bitch about to pull out her samurai sword and cut off my head. Oh no. And she like gets out her car. And she doesn't even necessarily like run. She don't be rushing. She just walks. I mean, with her car blocking mine, I can't go nowhere. She walk up to my window. Tap, tap. Who are you? I was like, my name is Michelle. Who are you? I'm like, I've been friends with this dude for a while, few years. We didn't do anything. I mean, here's the thing. If you were ever in this kind of situation, where you have to confront either an ex or, well, an ex is different. If you find out that the guy that you are hanging out with has a girlfriend, he was macking on you, or a similar situation, and his girl come to talk to you, you need to suck up. You need to be a suck up. You need to be respectful. I know that you also want to get pissed off and fucking angry as hell because you're a girl and girls are all about the competition for men. But I was sucking up because I didn't want to start nothing. And if anything, I was in the wrong for hanging out with him knowing that, he had a girlfriend. But I was like, look, when he told me he had a girlfriend, I took him right home, which is a partial lie, but I mean, it's like, I'm not going to be like, he told me he had a girlfriend, but he said that the relationship was rocky. I didn't do anything with him. No, because that would sound like I was making shit up. So I was just like, no, I mean, like, I brought him right back. She was just, I could tell she wanted to tear my throat out. Which, I mean, I would too. But she was like, did you sleep with him? I was like, no. She was like, I mean, seriously. I'm like, no, seriously, I'm not. No, I don't play that shit. No, sorry. And then she drove off like a maniac. And I was like, fuck. So like, I'm driving home. I'm like texting him. Yes, I was texting while driving. I'm sorry. And I was just like, I cannot even handle you right now. I had to confront your girlfriend. I'm so pissed. I'm so angry. Oh my god, I can't even talk to you. And then as soon as I get home, I get this call from him. Ladies, men, not all men, but men assholes. I mean, like, all of you are probably like, well, duh. But, okay, so, he is like, hey, is there any way I could get you to drive all the way the fuck back to my place? And explain to my girlfriend that, get this, that I was just consoling you because you were talking to me about your transition and how you're having a hard time, finding good guys and, your dating life sucks and I was just there to console you. So firstly, he outed me to his girlfriend. He told her about the tea. And I'm just like, that's not going to help your case. If anything, you just made me, Why are you gonna out me like that? But now she thinks you doing crazy things with crazy people. And, and then, secondly, among third and fourth and fifth and sixth and everything, just like, you want me to tell her, and I said this, I was like, so let me get this straight. You want me to tell her that you were consoling me about how awful men are, and you want me to leave out the fact that you were macking on me and kissing on my legs and trying your best to get me to do dirty shit in the backseat with you. Really? And he's just like, well, yeah. And I'm like, oh. So he's like, oh, my girlfriend's calling or something. I'll call you right back. And I was like, oh, okay, bye-bye. I did not pick up the phone again. He kept texting me like, she said that you said that we slept together. I'm like, dumbass, she's probably fishing for evidence. She's probably wanting you to just admit to something that that we didn't do. And I was just like, we've never had sex. We didn't have sex. We won't have sex. Why would I have told her that? And he was like, you wouldn't. Needless to say, I took him off Facebook. I'm just so pissed off. I'm ignoring his texts. Like, oh. So anyway, I think that's the universe's way of being like, I wish this was snapped better. Just, just like, you need to get your shit together. You need to not get in this kind of situation. You need to just... And I was just like, fuck. So... But that's really all the update I needed to give. I just want... Okay, so I'm kind of glad I'm not wearing makeup, actually, because it's one final look at how I look prior to surgery. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and show you my profile view and all that kind of thing. I know it's probably not a big deal to you guys, but it is to me. I hate my profile. Wonder if I can... Okay. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it's my forehead and my chin, and I'm getting done. I know. It's really not... I mean, it might be that bad to you guys. You're probably like, what? Never would have guessed. But yeah. Makeup and hair. Cover that shit up, but I'm getting that dealt with. Yeah, and it's a 20-minute video again. Alright, that's all I need to say for now. Maybe I'll make another video about other stuff. But thank you for watching, you guys. I love you. Now check out Trans Dyer and Smooth Cinnamon X. Okay. Bye.